Hi everyone, welcome back to Between Realms Tarot. Today's pick a card love reading is going to be about your feelings towards the person on your mind, not their feelings for you. So we're going to try to uncover what you truly feel for this person that you are interested in, including emotions you may not fully acknowledge yet. We're going to understand why are you attracted specifically towards this person. Before we start the reading, I want to remind you that if you'd like to book a private reading with me or if you'd like to support me and my channel, you will find all the details in the description box below. Now let's start the reading. For today's reading, I have 3 AI generated images for 3 crystals representing the 3 piles for today. And so for pile number 1, we're going to have the Amber heart-shaped crystal. For pile number 2, we're going to have the Malachite heart-shaped crystal. And for pile number 3, we're going to have the Lapis Lazuli heart-shaped crystal. As usual, take a deep breath, relax all of your muscles and let go of all of your worries, all of your thoughts and anxieties so you can listen to that inner voice. It will tell you which pile has your answer. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, you can definitely do that. This reading is timeless. It will resonate whenever you find it. And you will find the timestamps in the description box below. If you have picked your pile, let's start your reading. Hi, pile number 1. If you have picked the Amber heart-shaped gemstone, this is going to be your reading about what are your feelings towards the person on your mind. So let's start your reading. So pile number 1. As I was really pulling the spread together and trying to understand what is going on, it was a bit confusing to me because it's a deeply spiritual energy in here where this connection is very deep. I feel like whatever you feel towards this person is also tied to your own identity and your own belief systems. And it really makes things maybe a bit harder for you. I feel like you are as confused as this person. If you think that they are confused, I want to say that you maybe actually as confused as they are, but definitely take what resonates and leave the rest. This reading is not meant to tell you who you are or what to do. You are the only one who knows who you are. And let's start with the dices here. We have Moon in Sagittarius in the 6th house, and this is where the emotional core of the reading is. These are your feelings, pile number 1, towards this person because of the presence of the moon. And the moon is the planet of our emotions, of our deeper inner, maybe even hidden emotions, and it's also the planet of our psychic realms and also of our subconscious thinking and whatever we deem to be something that maybe drives us without us knowing. And I have intended for this reading to be about even those feelings that you are not aware of. So with the moon here being in Sagittarius in the 6th house, there is this inner restlessness, pile number 1, that you feel towards this person. This person triggers a lot of feelings towards you in you that are not just about attraction or romance. It's not just love, it's something deeper. It's the moon in the 6th house. It's questioning, it's thinking, it's trying to solve problems, it's trying to understand what is going on practically. But being in Sagittarius makes it a bit more broad because it makes it about searching for meaning. It makes it about searching for what needs to be understood. It's searching for a bigger picture, but it's also looking through the details because the 6th house is the house of details. And the moon here in Sagittarius, it makes you question a lot of what am I feeling, why is this person making me feel in this way. But it's also tied to your identity and purpose because, again, as I said, it's perspective and it's a broader perspective. You're trying to understand what do you feel from a meaning place, from understanding why do you feel this way. And again, it's triggering this, I feel like I'm saying really things that I cannot understand, to be honest. Um, I really hope that you understand what I'm saying, because I feel like I might be a bit um, complicating things. But again, or to make things simple, it might question your beliefs. You might question your identity, your purpose, because of this connection, and what do you feel towards this person. And it is causing a lot of restlessness within you, it's causing a lot of conflict within you, trying to solve or understand what is going on. And why is that happening? Pile number one is because you are deeply psychic here. I see in all of these readings that you are very attuned to energetics, um, especially with the presence of the crow here from the animal spirit from of the wild unknown. The crow card is standing on this ball, and it feels like it's the divination one, where there is understanding of life, or seeing beyond, or what is seen by most people. Because this card, the crow, talks about it's an animal that is psychic, that is intelligent, that is one of the intelligent animals, and it's able to see what other animals, or it's giving you this energy where you are able to see into what is unseen by others, into what is hidden. You are able to like catch on the energies of what is unexpressed by this person or within this energy. And I feel like this connection or this person is making you tap into psychic realms. It's making you tap into, and it's not because it's the energy of this person, it's really triggering or mirroring to you something within you. I feel like pile number one, you are somebody who's deeply psychic by nature. Everybody is psychic, to be honest, but it depends on whether we choose to engage with our psychic powers or not. And the crow in here, it shows that maybe you were somebody who knew that you can sense things before they happen, maybe, or you can understand what is going on beyond what is visible. But when this person came in, I feel like it triggered this or it opened this portal where this power or this psychic visionary aspect to you became even more open, became even more perceptive. And so it's making you question the reality of what is going on within this connection and within your own feelings. And I feel like you are questioning your own feelings towards this person a lot, because it's not just romance. You don't feel just romance, you don't feel just attraction. And I have intended this card to be about why are you attracted to this person, and it really shows that this person is triggering your ability to see beyond the unseen. And so it's keeping you curious, it's keeping you on your feet, and it's keeping you almost a bit obsessive, not in a negative way, but not in a negative way that is like causing you maybe issues, but it's causing you restlessness, because you are able to tap into maybe sometimes what is this person thinking, what is this person feeling. You are able to tap into what is going on within the connection, or you can feel when there is push and pull. Maybe you can feel when this person is thinking about you. You can maybe tap into their dreams. You may already know how they feel about you, but you are restless within. And I feel like in this pile, I'm tapping more into your subconscious rather than what you are aware of. I'm tapping more into things that you did not name before rather than what you already know, because you're attracted towards this person, but it's more than just emotional or passion oriented or romance oriented. It's way more than that. It's opening your channels of being able to perceive in the other realms. Maybe I don't know, but I'm here in psychology, but you might be interested in psychology. You might be maybe pursuing a psychology degree. I'm not sure, you tell me that, but or you might be a psychic yourself, and I don't know why would you come to this reading. But yeah, you would come to this reading because it's telling you what you are feeling towards this person. And what you are feeling is a lot of restlessness and movement, and there is passion definitely, but it's driven by this psychic connection. It's really a bond, or a connection that is beyond just the physical, beyond just the emotional body. It's even into the psychic body, where you are able to tap into energetics that come from the manifestation of your thoughts and their thoughts, and your feelings and their feelings. And it's making you restless, it's making you question reality big time. You might be also with the crow realizing or learning a lot, because it points at awareness and seeing and recognizing patterns, also because it's psychic, so you can see patterns. It's almost like realizing things that cannot be seen or understood on a physical level. So emotionally, you might be awakened by this person, but it's not comfortable. It's making you very restless. With the fish and the rider here, the fish talks about an emotional abundance. It talks about movement, emotional depth. It talks about a lot of abundance when it comes to the water realms or the emotional realms. And that is what you feel towards this person. You feel a lot of emotions connected to this person. You are deeply drawn to them emotionally. But the rider here, it shows movement. It shows you being drawn towards engaging emotionally with this person. But the fish also, even despite it being a Lenormand card, it can also talk about psychic realms, because it represents the Piscean realms. And I feel like you're very drawn to this person in a way that you cannot even understand. But it's not stable. It's destabilizing you, because you're constantly pulled towards engaging with this person emotionally. But it's mainly because you are psychically open, you are psychically awakened, and you are psychically more curious. You want to understand what is going on, and that is what you feel towards them right now. Or either also, if you don't know this, this is what is attracting you, or this is what is unconsciously pulling you towards this person. It's opening of your psychic and higher, even higher chakras, where you might be connecting more with divinity, and it does not make sense. It won't make sense, you know, when you are connecting with a person on in the 3D, in the physical realm, and you are somehow awakened on a divine level. You maybe have your crown chakra lit because of the crow here. This really can show a lot of restlessness, because it may take a lot of work, spiritual work, or it might take a lot of letting go, so that you can connect the spiritual with the physical realm, and the energy can just flow within those chakras. But if you are still trying to make sense of what is spiritual or what is psychic, it can make you a lot restless. And again, you feel drawn towards engaging emotionally with this person. You feel, but it is making you emotionally unstable, because nothing feels settled. It all feels very psychic to you. Let's go now to the this oracle card from the deck of the Oracle of Shadows and Light. And I love these fairies. I almost feel their presence when I use this deck. Their presence is so strong, and I'm trying to hold this card so you can see it. But these cards, they it's just that I feel the presence of this energy, and these fairies are just so strong. I don't know. So this card number 17, it says strangely lonely, holding on way too tight. And it does maybe talk about the Four of Pentacles energy, because it feels like she's holding a pentacle, but it's not. But what is going on within this card is that this fairy has a lot of psychological issues, where she might be holding on to some beliefs and some thoughts and ideas about who she is, and so it's keeping her distant from others. I feel like this connection, pile number one, and what do you feel towards this person, is meant to awaken you and make you be more vulnerable, more seen, more loving towards yourself. And it's meant to urge you to let go of things that do not represent you anymore, and because they kept you lonely, or they kept you alone for a long time, or they kept you maybe distanced from the people that do care about you. And so you might have been protecting yourself for a long time by clinging on to an identity and to a purpose and to a persona of who you are or who you are supposed to be. And there might have been some rules about who you are and how you are living, or how you want to live, maybe even control issues. Because holding on too tightly can represent control issues. You yourself, pile number one, might have an avoidant attachment style, but again, don't let me tell you what to do or who you are. You are the only one who knows who you are. And it might have protected you for a while. Like, you might have needed to protect yourself in a way by clinging on to some ideas and beliefs about yourself, but right now, it might have protected you, but right now it does not do that anymore. It's not serving you. It's keeping you more distant. It's keeping you less evolved. It might make you sometimes feel lonely, despite you maybe sometimes still feeling comfortable in that loneliness. I feel like you're somebody who is, you might be a tarot reader yourself, and you might be somebody who is into occult sciences. You might be somebody who studies philosophy, psychology. You might be somebody who is into taboo subjects. You're somebody who likes to learn, and it might isolate you, or not, it might isolate you, but because you tend to take a lot of time learning those things, you might be isolated from others, and that's not wrong. But at this time, this card is urging you a bit, or it's trying to tell you that you need to let go. You need to engage more with people. You need to let go of a lot of beliefs. And what I feel in this reading is that I have intended for you to get your feelings towards this person, but it just feels like this is more than just feelings or emotions or romance. This is deep psychology. This is psychic realms that I'm tapping into here. And it feels like you feel close to this person. You feel seen by this person, but I feel like you might even protect yourself, or try to maybe isolate, or try to not talk about who you are or what do you feel for real. And so you have that clash between you wanting to connect to this person, but it's making you restless because it means that you are going to be seen by this person and by others. So this card is truly urging you to or this connection or this person came here for to trigger your awakening, where you get to feel close, to be fully seen, to be connected and not separate. And so I feel like you might, despite you maybe having feelings for this person, you're still in this restless mode because you refuse to be seen. You still feel separate. You still a bit closed off. So there is distance that is created by you, not because you're cold, but because you're careful. You still want to protect yourself. And again, that is the complexity of what is going on in here. While you feel drawn to this person is not here to just make you feel emotionally and romantically connected. This person is here to awaken you to more aspects of yourself, what is unseen within the external and the internal world, and to make you feel more seen rather than maybe the isolation that you used to be at. Maybe you struggle to even find friends because of this. Maybe you struggle to connect to others because of this. And now this person, the restlessness that you feel inside pile number one, is meant to open you or make you question on a broader perspective, your identity, your purpose, who you want to be, how are you seen, how are you connected to others, but it's still making you restless rather than opening yourself up. Now I'm going to leave this card for the end because I have intended it for the guidance for you. Now, going on to the tarot here, we have the Two of Wands, the World, the Tower, the Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Pentacles. And starting with the Two of Wands and the World, to be honest, like, all of these cards are describing a story, and the story here, the Two of Wands, the World, and the Tower. The Two of Wands, this is where there is this type of opening that is happening within your world, where you might be standing at a crossroads emotionally here with the Two of Wands, where you're questioning what path are you going to take with this person. Again, this feels deeply psychic. It might not be something that you are even fully aware of. You might be partially aware of this crossroad that you are going, or that is going on in your life right now, where with the World, if you open up to this person, it will change you, especially with the Tower here. And I don't know why my tongue became so heavy out of nowhere. So yeah, okay, so if, like, the Two of Wands gives you this sense of you are on an edge, or you are on a threshold and where you might be changing direction with whatever decision you will have, and the decision that, or the path, or the strategy even, maybe with your feelings, that it's like your soul is urging you to take a specific direction or to choose. And the choice here is meant to change you with the World and the Tower. This is definitely an energy of completion of old cycles and destruction of cycles that no longer serve you. And this cycle might be a cycle of the Two of Swords here, where there is distance, there is a barrier, there is a refusal to engage with others emotionally, and maybe even with this person specifically. So there is even emotional avoidance, there is a block, maybe not wanting to choose yet the path that you feel is drawing you, and again, you're emotionally drawn to engaging with this person and opening maybe communication, and being vulnerable, being more talkative about who you are, and being more seen. And whatever decision you're going to choose is going to create this type of shake, or this Tower moment where you're shaking your belief system. You are realizing things about yourself, and it's definitely meant to change your life forever. I feel like emotionally, pile number one, you're sitting on this decision, or you're sitting on a crossroads. If you are aware or not, this crossroad is meant to make you decide where to go, emotionally speaking. The Wheel of Fortune, it does talk about repeating cycles. It does talk about things that come back karmically so that we can resolve them. It does talk about changes and circumstances also that we cannot control. So it does bring this karma energy with it, and the karma is mainly about things that we create when we operate from the unconscious. And it feels like whatever path you're going to be taking, it's meant to, it's like you're very unstable and restless, and because you might be sensing what is going to happen if you choose to open up or not open up to this person. And I don't really know whether you will open up or close, and I don't think you know whether you are going to open up to this person or stay a bit maybe avoidant or blocking emotional connection until there is more stability. And with the Six of Pentacles ending this reading, I feel like you are definitely aware of the cycles that are going on and the restlessness maybe that you are facing. There's a cycle of you being faced with a direction or a decision to open up, but then you might be avoiding the collapse that might result from opening up, and ending cycles that are happening in this connection. And it might come, this avoidance might come from the Six of Pentacles energy, where you will only open up if you see that there is an equal give and take. So there is so to recap these cards, I feel like you're sitting on a threshold of I feel like you're always sitting on this threshold of choosing of what to choose, whether you are choosing to open up or choosing to be seen, choosing to be emotionally engaged with this person, or even expressive, or choosing to maybe go towards this person. So you're aware or of the fact that you are on this threshold, and the fact that whether you're going to open up, specifically open up, or close up again, it's going to trigger a collapse here with the Tower, of some type of a cycle here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Swords of avoidance of connection. And once the and I feel like you are aware of this pattern, and once it's going, it is definitely going to collapse beliefs about yourself. It's going to collapse the barrier and the distance you used to create with people and with this person. And I feel like what you need, pile number one, is security, because you're holding on tightly in this card in here. And so I feel like you constantly emotionally refuse to engage with this person unless you are 100% sure that the emotional connection will be equal, and that there is going to be an equal give and take. So unless it feels equal, you will not engage with this person or open up, or despite you feeling drawn to this person, towards this person. So this reading is very complicated, and I feel like I'm reading on very layers, on through a lot of layers, and I'm reading like this connection from different perspective, from the psychological one, from the emotional one, and psychologically this connection is affecting you on a very deep level. And last card here, the card number 17 from the deck of the Alphonse Maria Mucha, the Oracle cards. This card is, as you see here, there's this figure. It looks like a hermit, and he definitely gives me this curious and reflective gaze in here. It might be a bit terrifying with those ears, but yeah, it's not, they're just ears, it's his hair, the Einstein hair. So the art is pretty much amazing in this deck, and I love all the tools that he's using here. There are definitely wings in this document, in this paperwork in here. So what, as a guidance, this card is trying to tell you that this card, or this connection, excuse me, this connection is trying to make you learn something. This connection is, and definitely this card is giving me Sagittarius or the 9th house vibes, where we're meant to learn. The Sagittarius is always a student for life, and this connection is definitely meant to teach you things, and you're not meant, or it's trying to tell you as a guidance, to not rush a decision, to not open up unless you are ready, because it's not about avoidance in here. To be honest, this card is telling you to not be avoidant, but it's trying to be compassionate with you, in your own healing. And it's trying to tell you to open up according to your own pace, and to not rush things up if you don't feel ready. And you do have to learn. You do have to approach this connection as a learning opportunity, rather than a place where you feel compulsive restlessness, and you are a bit, you might be a bit feeling uncomfortable with the bigger picture of oh my god, I feel like I said picture in a very I might have caused damage to your ears. So I'm sorry for that. So yeah, it's trying to tell you to know that, or to approach this connection from a learning point of view rather than needing to make a decision fast. And you have to open up slowly, but you do have to learn, you do have to understand your own psychological patterns through this connection. That is what this connection is meant to teach you. Whether you continue or you get to be with this person or not, this connection is meant to teach you about yourself, and is meant to open you up to be more of yourself, to be more seen, to connect more with others. So pile number 1, this was your reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please press the like button, comment down below, and subscribe so you won't miss any future readings. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, or if you'd like to support me and my channel, you will find all the details in the description box below. Tell me in the comments, what do you think about this reading? Because it definitely destabilized me a bit. This is not what I expected, and it's very deep and psychological. So I truly feel, or I truly appreciate your opinion, and I hope it helped you or gave you clarity. Again, thank you so much, pile number 1, for being here, and see you next time. Hi, pile number 2. If you have picked the malachite heart-shaped crystal, this is going to be a reading about what are your true feelings towards this person that you are interested in. So let's start your reading. So pile number 2, let's start with your dices here. We have Jupiter in the 10th house in Leo, and this answers the question of the overall energy of your feelings and your emotional foundation towards this person. So I feel like there is a sense of purpose that you feel tied to the connection with this person. Your feelings are tied to growth, they are tied to visibility, they are tied to your own life's purpose, your own life's work, and the work that you may be doing with this person, or you will be doing with this person. So it's not like your feelings are hidden. I don't feel like you're hiding your feelings from this person, but it's not casual also. I feel like emotionally there is a sense of a life path that is opening. There is a sense of you feeling as if this person matters in your life path. There's also maybe lessons related to this person. When it comes to your own karma and what you are meant to succeed at in life, how you are how you are going to be visible, and how you are going to be respected and visible overall. So there is a sense of, I feel like you feel prideful knowing and towards this person. This connection matters to you a lot on a purposeful level. Again, you feel like this person adds or has some type of a role in your purpose, in your visibility, in the work that you do. This person might have a bit of wisdom to share with you. So yeah, I feel like this connection matters, and it might make the feelings not only romantic, it's not just about what the heart feels, it's about where do we carry those feelings into the future. And I feel like that is what you feel towards this person, pile number 2. Now, with the dog and the crossroads, the dog shows an energy of loyalty. There is emotional attachment and emotional familiarity. There is a genuine bond, there is a genuine attraction that you feel towards this person. Emotionally, to you, it feels like this person is somebody that is so dear and close to your heart, somebody you would like to be loyal with, somebody you'd like to be committed with. It feels like you might stay loyal to them because they might make you feel safe. But with the crossroads here, there is a choice point. I feel like you might be questioning whether you are loyal to the right thing, or whether your loyalty or your emotions are reciprocated or are going to pay off, or do you need to choose a different direction. So that's what I feel like you're feeling towards this person currently, pile number 2. So with the crocodile, with the crocodile here, I have asked why are you attracted to this person, and And the crocodile energy is reflecting back to me that you might be attracted to this person because they're giving you this perspective, or they're because the crocodile represents stillness, it represents awareness, it represents withholding your energy and maybe standing still until you collect vitality, you collect energy, and the time is ready, or the right time comes, and when you are ready. And so you are attracted to this person because this person might make you slow down, not always chase life in general. This person might make you, or you are attracted to them because they make you feel at peace. They make you feel as if it is totally okay to not be chasing growth and work and profession and maybe achievement all the time. I feel like you're attracted towards this person because they calm you down. They might make you or give you this awareness that being more intentional, being still, collecting vitality, being more observant is also important. This person might give you also this grounding feeling, and I feel like that is why you feel attracted to this person, because they calm your energy, they might calm your nervous system, and they make you feel, or they give you this idea that it's fine, it's okay to need time or to step back for a moment to collect your energy and be ready for the next opportunity to move. So I feel like that is why you are attracted towards this person, pile number 2. Now, these beautiful oracles here, the oracle of shadow and light, they are also sent by a client. They are sent by Mindy, so thank you, Mindy, for this beautiful deck. It's definitely not the real one, it's the dupe deck, and that is what I asked for specifically, because that is what is available at the current moment. So this specific card, the Nautilus Princess, the Nautilus is this element in here and in this picture, and the Nautilus represents perfection. This princess is actually a mermaid. She's a mermaid, and she lives in the water. As you see here, she's concerned. And the card is card number 41. It talks about powerful personal growth. And I don't know why am I feeling drawn towards the numerology here. The card number 41, 4 is the number of achievement. It's the number of power, of authority, of stability and structure. And the 1 is the number of standing for yourself. It's the number of entrepreneurship. It's the number of being a leader. So this card talks about a leader. And I have intended this card to answer also, what do you feel towards this person? And this connection, or I feel like you feel it. It literally says, I'm so amazed now because I have just noticed this. I did not notice this at the beginning. But the dices, they talk about power, they talk about leadership, because it's the 10th house and it's Leo, the sign of the leader, the sun. And there's Jupiter here, and there is here wisdom and growth and personal power and achievement and leadership. And so what do you feel towards this person again is that they contribute or awaken a sense of your transformation and personal transformation and growth towards a role that is bigger than yourself, a role that is more authoritative, a role that is more of confidence, more of leadership. It's asking you, it's like you feel as if this person is changing you, transforming you, or that this connection is, or meeting this person taught you something. Again, I feel like with the Jupiter energy here, this person came towards you with some type of a wisdom, whether they knew it or not. They taught you something that is related to personal leadership, leadership and authority position and personal growth. And I feel like you're changing. I feel like you are somehow, I feel like you might have withdrawn your energy from this person, not because, or from the world in general, And it's mainly because you're changing, and it's because you need time to collect your energy. The crocodile here says the same thing. You need time to collect your energy, and you're preparing yourself for a complete new beginning where you are being called towards growth, towards leadership, towards maturity, a different type of role. Depending on your situation, it might be any role. It might be maybe being self-employed. It might be being somebody who is more self-dependent, self-reliant, or maybe it's time maybe for a marriage or for a parent role. Maybe you're stepping into a parent role, and again, maybe you're stepping into a self-employment role, freelance, maybe a business. So again, this person is making you feel like you're changing, and you're becoming a leader. You're becoming a version of yourself that is meant to step into power and purpose. So that's very interesting that you, pile number 2, are picking up, or I'm not sure now if I am reading into subconscious energy, but I feel like you're feeling as if this person is a bit like your feelings are putting you on a threshold where you're deciding to step into something completely mature, completely purpose oriented, completely authoritative, and maybe even independent. Such as we see that in the dog and the crossroad, and the dog tends to have this innocent and loyal energy, while being like standing on the crossroad here, or the crossroads, it shows an energy of thinking about this loyalty and innocence and love in nature to you, and the path that you are going to take next. And I feel like you can sense it, at least intuitively, that you are meant to step into a bigger role, especially after you met this person. I feel like they trigger this sense of purpose, but a purpose that is going to lead you into authority, specifically into authority and leadership. And it might be an authority over your own self, or a role of some type. Again, it might be a parent role, it might be not a parent, it might be independence, it might be leading a group of people, it might be business, it might be anything. Let's go now to your tarot cards, pile number 2, and we have the Ten of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Lovers, the Hanged Man, and the Four of Wands. And with the Ten of Wands, it feels like and the Knight of Pentacles, it feels like there is this energy or feelings of you being burdened, maybe having a lot of responsibilities, maybe you're carrying a lot of baggage even. And when the Ten of Wands appears, I feel like, yeah, that is a feeling that you might be having, which is some type of a responsibility maybe towards this person. I'm not sure. I feel like there's a sense of carrying a lot, and it might be emotional responsibility towards this person. It's very interesting that the cards that I got today are very not romantic. They are really about the big life goals. It's very interesting. Even for pile number 1, I was very amazed. It's very interesting. So also, with the powerful personal growth and me seeing the Four of Wands here, it feels like you might be considering real commitment with this person. But it is really triggering a time for pause, because the Knight of Pentacles here shows slowness. It shows commitment. To be honest, it shows careful but committed feelings. I feel like you might be coming towards this person or in this connection with a lot of burdens, maybe burdens from the past, and because this card is not really clarified in here, I feel like you, pile number 2, each and every one of you will resonate with this differently, but I feel like you have a sense of heaviness when it comes to your feelings towards this person. They might be responsibility. And the Knight of Pentacles, again, this is careful commitment. This is considering long term. This is going slow and cautious. And next to that, we have the Queen of Swords here, and this might be why you are going, or how you are going slowly. I feel like you're trying to maybe restrain yourself emotionally, and that might be by taking more slow approach, a cautious approach, and taking time to reflect. Again, there's a lot of self-reflection here instead of externalization of your own feelings. I don't know if you have voiced out your feelings towards this person, but they trigger this feeling of wanting to commit long term or creating a foundation for something big, something that is meant to be sustainable for the long term. But the Queen of Swords is somehow you are a bit restraining your feelings, trying to be more logical, trying to choose from a practical point of view, trying to be more clear-headed. The Lovers here definitely shows that you recognize pile number 2 the emotional connection and the bond between you and this person, and it might be also related to an emotional choice, because the Lovers is the card of choices. And again, you're trying to approach this choice and this bond with clarity rather than emotional impulse. I feel like you, pile number 2, do not or are not necessarily directing your feelings towards expression or romance necessarily. It's making you act from a loyal place, but towards something that is long-term rather than just romance or casual things. And so with the Hanged Man here, there is definitely this pause showing up again where you're just thinking, and there is and I feel like you might feel as if this time is needed for stability, for your own stability, and you might be waiting on this person. You might be waiting on this person to take action, or you might be waiting on your own self to choose. And I feel like you have already chosen consciously. You have already chosen this person from a conscious and a clear place. I feel like you have already made the decision to be with this person long term. And I feel like with the Hanged Man, you know that this time is a time for reflection rather than actual movement. And so you might that might be the reason why you might be clicking on this exact reading and this pile. It's because you have already chosen this person from a conscious point of view. You might even have, but it was in a clear-headed space, when you were in a clear-headed space, and you are coming from a cautious, slow, steady approach rather than from an impulsive approach, because you might be letting go of a lot and trying to step up into a new role. And at this time, at this period, there is the Hanged Man energy where you're collecting your energy and contemplating and reflecting your choices and this person's choices, because there is definitely choices being made by you in here rather than acting impulsively, and you're waiting for the exact moment where you're getting the insight. And why am I saying insight? Because we see it here in the guidance card that I have left for the end. Now, for the Four of Wands, this is where your desire comes from, because in all of the cards we see you taking time maybe to withdraw and to reflect and to change gradually into something that is full of authority and stability and leadership. And that is because you do desire this with this person. I feel like you desire maybe a dynamic of a power couple with this person because of the Leo and in the 10th house energy in here. You desire something big, something maybe legacy like with this person. And the Four of Wands shows that you don't want emotional engagement only with this person. I feel like you have a desire for stability, for reciprocated love and loyalty and security. You desire a sense of celebration with this person, a sense of settling in peace and emotional security rather than being impulsive and maybe even almost like dramatic with feelings. I feel like you're really serious about this person and you have this long-term desire. You're not rushing, you're thinking long-term towards this person, but I feel like you know that it's not time yet. You still need to reflect a bit on things, and I feel like it might come from your side and their own side, pile number 2. Now, with your guidance card, this card, it literally says seek solitude. It's card number 9 from the Alphonse Maria Mucha oracle cards, and as you see, this figure is sitting between the trees, and it's an isolated place, especially from this point of view where we see that this person is sitting in silence in a place where not a lot of people can see him. And literally the card in the guidebook says that he's wearing this helmet here with the wings, and this person is contemplating, is thinking. And these the symbolism in this card, first of all, talks about contemplating and having insight and ideas about stability, because the oak tree talks about stability, and it's this tree that he's sitting within. And it's contemplating here the feminine figure also, but it also talks about being so much in isolation and self-reflection that you might not notice the feminine figure that is in here. And so I feel like this card is literally says seek solitude. It's trying to tell you to take some time alone, and that is literally what you're doing. And it is about having insight, trying to reach insight or conclusions about stability, about life goals. And the feminine energy, it's also about the divine feminine in here. It does talk about maybe how to seek solitude and wait until things come towards you, because they are going to. So I feel like there is this sense of needing to wait until the right time comes for manifestation. It does not mean that we should always do that, you know, pile number 2. It feels like sometimes we need to actively pursue our goals. But in this specific connection, pile number 2, you're advised to seek solitude and contemplate your choices within this connection. Let insight come towards you, allow insight to come towards you in this solitude, so that you can choose best. It's about persevering your energy until the time comes, so that you can choose wisely from a clear-headed place, rather than choosing from an impulsive place. Again, I feel like this reading came a bit different than pile number 1, and than what I expected from the piles in general. But I have been reading through a lot of layers, and that is very interesting. I feel like it might be because I'm connecting to your energy, the one who's choosing the pile, not the energy to the one that you are interested in. So that's why I'm picking on a lot of psychological layers that make up the bigger picture. So that is very interesting. So pile number 2, I hope this reading resonates with you. If it does, please press the like button, comment down below, and subscribe so you won't miss any future readings. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, or if you'd like to support me on my channel, you will find all the details in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching pile number 2, and see you next time. Hi, pile number 3. If you have picked the lapis lazuli heart-shaped crystal, this is going to be a reading about what are your true feelings towards this person. So let's start your reading. So pile number 3, I love this reading for you today. Let's start with the dices here. We have Jupiter in the 2nd house in Capricorn, and this is representing the overall energy of your feelings towards this person currently. And I feel like you're approaching this connection or this person from a place of trying to understand whether this is something that is aligned with your values here, with Jupiter being in the 2nd house. Is it something that is aligned with what you believe is supposed to be, is respecting your own self-worth in a connection? Do you think that this person is respecting you, is respecting what you are able to give or what you are willing to give in a connection? Is this connection, or if this person is worth your energy? Is this connection or this person aligned with your values, with your beliefs, with your stability, or is it something that will drain your resources? So I feel like your feelings are very tied to your value and to what do you consider valuable and secure on the long term. And yeah, I feel like you're not led by any fantasy or emotions. I feel like you are only willing to pursue this person if it is going to provide you, or it is going to align with your self-respect rather than drain you, or taking you to a place where you're going to overgive. So you don't want to overgive, you want to be respected, and that is totally respectable, that is totally valid. With the Tower and Men here, I feel like you're feeling some type of a distance, maybe, or you are keeping boundaries, strong boundaries with this person. The Tower shows structure, it shows also expectations, so I feel like you have expectations from this person. Pile number 3, I feel like the Tower shows also boundaries against structure, rigidity, what is considered acceptable. I feel like you're also guarded. And with the Man, it feels like you're holding this person accountable for their actions, and in your own feelings you cannot help but keep those boundaries unless this person is taking accountability of their actions, unless this person is showing reciprocated interest. I feel like you're watching this person from a distance. That is definitely well earned, because it shows that you're holding a strict, very defined boundary, a Capricornian almost boundary, where you're not willing to give this person if they don't give back. You're not willing to give them if they are not going to stand powerful. So you do want structure, you do want power, and you do want maybe the masculine energy in this connection to be very accountable, not toxic, or maybe taking more than given. So yeah, I feel like you're very firm in your boundaries, in your own feelings. And with the Eclipse Mermaid here, a powerful energy shift. This speaks of your feelings, because this fairy here, the Eclipse Mermaid, she is very strong, because she is a mermaid that is meant to stand strong during the eclipse, which causes a lot of ups and downs, and a lot of unexpected, or a lot of ocean movement and wave movement. And this Eclipse Mermaid has the power to stand strong in this eclipse and observe the changes, and align with the changes, rather than try to control something that cannot be controlled, rather than trying to change the outcome that is a bit inevitable, because the eclipses bring changes that are a bit out of our control. This is extremely powerful force of nature. And I feel like your feelings, by number 3, are tied to you looking or observing this connection, and where is it going, observing the actions of this person, whether they are aligning with what do you consider valuable, aligning with what you already plan for. I feel like specifically what you already have set as a belief system about what is considered valuable and what is considered worthy. And so your feelings are dependent on a big time on whether this person acts in this way or that way, are also dependent on the emotional tide, or the direction of the connection. So if the connection goes into a direction that is not very pleasant for you, you are not willing to contribute to it emotionally or be vulnerable. You're not willing to give to something that does not align with you. And that is very powerful. Pile number 3. This is a very straightforward and beautiful pile, to be honest, because I truly respect this might come from this is my personal opinion. It does not interfere with the reading, but we do see that people who are able to not suppress, but almost like direct their feelings instead of being swayed away by their feelings and emotions, are the people who tend to have it easier in this today's society and in this earth currently. So now going to your tarot cards, because I'm going now to the Mouse card here, which shows why are you attracted towards this person. And I feel like you're somebody who is very detail oriented, pile number 3, where you are maybe observing this person from afar, looking at all the details, looking at their actions, looking at their qualities, and you're very focused on whether this person acts right or acts wrong, whether you're maybe even patient, and you're somebody who notices details, patterns also, and you always pick up. I feel like you might be a nitpicky person. You might pick on people's flaws, and that might make your feelings dependent on the actions and the habits and the patterns of the other person. So you will only feel secure enough to engage emotionally with somebody if you think that their habits, that their actions, that their personalities align with you. But the warning that comes with this card is that there might be an exhaustion because of the distance, because of the holding back, because of the watchfulness that you have. It warns about emotional exhaustion, because too much of observation of details might lead into inner instability and needing or over analysis or overthinking, and it might need you might need, or you might reach a burnout point where you need some time away. And I feel like, again, if this person does not align with you, or with what you consider valuable and worthy, you will definitely pursue something different. So that is interesting, really. And I feel like you might have observed a lot of this person's qualities that have interested you, and you might be, again, observing this person from afar, trying to understand them, and some of the things that you have seen might have been valuable and might have been things that you consider as worthy of your time and energy. But going now to the tarot cards here, we see that the Five of Wands here, it does talk about inner conflict and friction. And I feel like you do feel a bit of conflict in the Five of Wands energy, maybe because you do have emotional engagement. You are emotionally attracted towards this person, but I feel like the conflict might come from a place of seeing whether this person is worthy of those emotions or not. And the Queen of Pentacles, it does talk about your own personality here. Again, all of the cards show this very practical oriented approach of yours, where your emotions come from a desire for stability and not just romance or fleeting attractions. And the Six of Wands here shows confidence. It shows your own pride in your own feelings. I feel like you might feel as if you find somebody who might be aligning with your own values, despite it being a bit a source of conflict. And you might be confident in your feelings, in your own standing, in it's like you're capable, you are in control of your own emotions here with the Queen of Cups, and of your own self-respect. It's like you can maintain balance. Yeah, I feel like you might be very somebody who has maybe a healthy ego, I want to say, to a certain extent. Just from a reserved point of view, I feel like you have a healthy ego to a certain extent, where you're able to defend what is yours. You're able to stand up for yourself. You're able to take care of yourself. You're capable, you're confident, you're proud. With the Queen of Cups here, this is definitely empathy. This is definitely emotional involvement. You do have feelings towards this person. You do have a lot of attraction towards this person that is based on sharing an emotional bond, caring for this person. But you're not willing to show that side of you unless you make sure that there is equal give and take with the Six of Pentacles, unless you make sure that there is fairness and reciprocity. So you don't want to overgive. And so you won't show these feelings here because you're very confident in your capability of attracting what is worthy of your own energy and what is aligned with your stability. And the conflict comes from this place of the inner, the tension and the emotional friction, where you don't really want to, or you feel like you do want to engage emotionally, but the Seven of Swords at the end literally makes it a bit it makes you a bit selective, makes you cautious, and protecting yourself, protecting your energy until this person shows up in a reciprocated manner. And so there is a lot of pride that you have within you. Protect yourself fearlessly. You protect your energy. You protect your stability. And you're not willing to engage with anybody or show them any emotional interest unless they are willing to reciprocate. But still, there is a lot of inner emotional tension where you might be feeling those feelings. They cannot be maybe suppressed, or they cannot be hidden for a long time. There is tension that is built up inside of you, and emotional friction even. This guidance card for you here, the card number 33, it says, I remember it says be strong. Let me make sure. So yeah, I just checked in the guidebook and it says become strong, and it says the affirmation for this card is I am strong and create my own path. And as you see, these are two lovers, where we see that the male is maybe blindfolded by the hand of the female figure, and the male figure here is trusting her. And this really talks about, or it's giving you the guidance of deriving strength from your inner stillness and from trusting in the fact that you can navigate things alone, and you can create your own path or manifest your own path by attracting the things that are aligned with what you believe is aligned with you, or is something that you want to experience in this life. So the man here is trusting, or the masculine figure is trusting in the feminine figure. And this gives us a lot of insight about how we can just step back and let things come towards us, because that is inner strength. That is strength in our values. We are aligned with who we are. We know who we are and what do we want. And we need to trust that we need to be strong and stand firm in what do we believe is, what do we deserve and what do we want, and that is it's coming towards us, and that we don't need to run, like we need to have inner faith and trust, and we don't need to run towards it. We just need to know what do we want, and once the options show in front of us, we can choose what aligns with our path perfectly. So it does talk, this guidance card is telling you that you need to trust in your inner strength. You need to have inner trust. You need to have inner confidence, and that is, I see what you have currently, and I feel like this is a confirmation that you will find things that are aligning with what do you want, and you just need to trust in yourself so you can have those. And it does apply on this connection with this person. So pile number 3, this was your reading. I hope it resonated with you. I love this reading. I think that you're making very good choices. If it did resonate with you, please comment down below and subscribe so you won't miss any future readings. I post almost every day, and I love doing these readings for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to book a private reading with me, or if you'd like to support me and my channel, you will find all the details in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching pile number 3, and see you next time.